forgotten how to do this.
Would you... Okay, right, might as well.
I
So,
thought we had started.
right, Andrew,
Yeah,
welcome back to
thank
me.
you.
I suppose to you as well.
Thank you for welcoming me.
What did you miss most about me? I'm sure there's something you must have missed.
Oh dear God, I hadn't given it any thought really.
Is
I
it
can I just say I just missed you in general?
That's all right, the whole package.
The whole, yeah.
Everything
all
that
of it,
comes with
yeah.
me. I wondered if maybe you'd missed me ointments mostly, because I know you always like to sample them.
I've been online and I've found some alternative resources for the ointments. They're not as good as yours, but
Nah.
they got me through.
I once
They got
bought
me through.
a tub of... It's called something de la mer,
Oh,
sort of something, and it was 150 quid
Right.
for a pot, and that was meant to make you look youthful.
okay.
Yeah, but it just made me
Where'd
tongue
you-
swell up. Because I put it all on my tongue. I wanted a really young tongue. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I wondered if you might have missed the bowl of tampopo I always bring you. Hot tampopo I bring.
To be honest, I hadn't missed that at all. It was
Okay.
becoming an inconvenience, if anything.
But you must have missed my selection of names for you to choose from. You must have.
Oh God, like the desert misses the rain, as I think that song said.
First up, may I offer you Papa Shit Shovel, right? Imagine a father, right,
Oh.
with the weakest, flimsiest shovel on the street,
Oh.
but it snowed hard and everyone's out clearing up. That is the embarrassment that is Papa Shit Shovel.
Have you been delving into my past history? Because that kind of happened to me last Christmas.
Your dad had a shit shovel?
No, I had a shit shovel.
Really?
I had a snow shovel, and it snapped in half when I was shoveling the snow.
So did you...
None of the neighbours, none of theirs snapped, but mine did. Maybe it was because I was shoveling really hard
Yeah.
and, getting all the snow out the way.
Yeah. It's a fine tradition. You probably live in terraced housing, do you? So you've got... there's a kind of...
Tenements.
Tenement.
I live in a bungalow, Bob.
Yeah, you do. So what about laughter in St. Martin's, right? I'd like this one. It's up for grabs. It used to be described as a right fucking hoot when it's at art college days,
Yeah.
you know? But his laughter tally has seriously declined since those days.
Right.
And now he raises like little or hardly any laughter in his job at Inferno Rocket Plastics.
Is it his fault? Is he not funny anymore? Or has the audience changed?
Same old patter, juvenile patter,
right.
you know.
Yeah, toilet humour.
That's laughter in St. Martin's. Or you could be Chance Pedigree, yeah? Voted Labour all his life, but won't be voting Labour anymore because he's in prison for armed robbery at his local branch of the Sunglass Hut.
I'll go for him.
You go for
Is that my last option?
Chance Pedigree, yeah.
Sounds a bit
Or you can be
exciting.
Roddy Hot Dogs.
No, it's been a while. I'll change it for today. I'll be that last one. I forgot what it was. Chance Pedigree,
Chance
was
Pedigree.
it?
Thank you!
I've got two for you. Lord Fisticuffs.
Okay.
A while ago you said that you'd like to be offered it again at some point.
It is good. He's a tough fighter, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Comes out swinging.
Yeah, gets a narc on.
His top hat usually comes off when he's fighting, but he doesn't care.
Okay,
So there's him. And then there's Travel Probe Tube, which is...
I don't want to get
It's 50% less heavy than the previous probe tubes, and it works around the world, so you don't have to get a region-specific attachment to use it abroad.
Well, I admit that is a boon.
You see?
That is a bonus, but
So I've been busy while you've been away.
I'm not interested in probe tubes, so I'll take Lord Fisticuffs.
Right, you can be Lord Fisticuffs for today then. Good.
So, Sunderland, life in Sunderland, treating you all right, Andrew?
Middling.
Middling.
I'm not overwhelmed, I'm not underwhelmed, I'm just whelmed by it all.
Okay, well, I imagine that the signs are going up for Sunderland Christmas signs for the shops.
Here comes Christmas. They all
Order
say.
your Christmas chicken now,
Mhm.
and don't forget our parsnip-shaped dippers. Romanian Xmas blue drink, £1 a litre. Hurry before our premises get looted. I was in Sunderland last week. I was in Sunderland at the shopping centre.
Oh,
yeah.
you know.
And here's some of the things I overheard.
Oh, right,
I
okay.
remembered.
Come on then.
Oh, Callum, go and make us some Monster Munch from Smith's. The shape will remind me that we need to go to Shoe Zone. Well, shoppers, please remember that the litter bins are for dry paper and plastic litter only and should not be used for shat, piddle or spew. If you're caught short, please use one of the fire buckets next to Greg's. Oh, Tasman, will you look at that display with the baby Jesus in the wooden bucket, all wrapped in tin foil and surrounded by Hot Wheel boxes? I could weep into me baked spud gravy. I'm going to even do more. Will the owner of a massive Alsatian called Pat please report to the information curve? There is something hanging out of its arse that looks like jewellery, but our tongs are currently being used to remove a Todd from the art sculpture. So, Sunderland's getting bubbling for Christmas.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it's getting lively. All of that is very accurate, I have to say.
See, have you got a quiz for us?
I've got a quiz because you've been away fishing, haven't you? For a while. How was it?
It was all right. How interested are you?
Not really.
Not really. Well,
Slightly less interested than I am in your health.
we caught some fish.
Good.
I fell over.
Yeah.
And we drank some beer.
More of the same then.
More of the
Well,
same.
I've got a bit of a fish quiz for you.
Go on then.
Fish or not a fish, it's called.
Okay.
Here we go. Itchy globo. Sorry, I'll start that again. Itchy globo blowfish. Is that a fish or not a fish?
Fish.
Not a fish. Itchy globo blow appeared on the 1988 Cocteau Twins album Bluebell Knoll.
Okay.
Slippery dick. Fish or not a fish?
No, I imagine it's a pudding. So not a fish.
Slippery dick is a fish.
Oh, fuck.
Sugar hiccup fish. Fish or not a fish?
Fish.
Sugar Hiccup appeared on the 1983 Cocteau Twins album Head Over Heels. 3 more to go. Be over soon. Higgins Eye Pearly Mussel. Fish or not a fish?
No, if it's a mussel, it's not a fish. I'll go fish.
It is a fish.
Yeah.
Oh, well done. 1 out of 4. Serpent skirt eel. Fish.
Fish.
Or not a fish?
Fish.
Not a fish.
Fuck
Serpent
off.
Skirt appeared on the 1996 Cocteau Twins album Milk and Kisses, their final album. And lastly, 50-50 Clownfish.
Oh, yeah, that's a fish.
That's not a fish. 50-50 Clown appeared on the 1990 Cocteau Twins album Heaven or Las Vegas.
Oh, dear. I didn't
So
do
you
too
did
well, did I?
really badly. You've been fishing for about 2.5 months. You've come back and you only know 1 fish.
I've had an update from Peter.
Oh,
You
have
wanna
you?
hear it? All right, Bob. Well, winter's set in, and I'm still stuck at home, following the trouble with the foreign lads at the club, So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about how I keep the house warm, in the winter months, like. Well, I've got a gas-powered combi boiler in the kitchen. It provides hot water for the room radiators and the towel rail in the bathroom. So there you have it, mate. That's how I keep warm. If I'm, going outside, however briefly, I always slip on me puffer jacket. If I'm just nipping out to the bin, I won't zip up like a puffer jacket, but we'll just use the 4 press studs to secure the front. That is the beauty, of having a dual fastening system on your puffer jacket. So that's a nice tip, if you're out and about puffer shopping. Dog dirt. The other day, and I popped out to the bins, I found a packet of pickled onion monster munching that the wife must have left in the puffer, She often borrows it, when she has to pop up to the hospital, to have her leg drained. So I stood in the hall and I had a couple, and they're lovely and crunchy, lovely, crunchy crunch, when you eat them. Suddenly, I looked up and I'd obviously overdone the crunch action, because there's the wife staring at me, like I was the bloke off the Plusnet advert.
You fucking thief! I could hear you crunching, even with police interceptors on full fucking pelt. So what the fuck do you think you're doing eating my fucking monster munch, you creepy little clown?
Look, love, I'm sorry I've interrupted your viewing with me heavy crunching and the munching. And I'm sorry, if I might appear a bit spooky here in the hall, but You know, surely as I purchased the Crunch Monsters, you can't call me a thief with you know, any degree of you know what I mean, love, like.
Don't fucking talk back at me, you fucking Doyle, or I'll give you another fucking foster home haircut.
I'm sorry, love, like.
Now get your fucking sorry ass down the offie and get me 2 more bags of fucking pickled munchies.
Yes, no, sorry, love, like, you know, anything else that I could get you?
Ah, yeah, you're fucking right. Get us a bottle of eggnog and a bottle of Advocate to wash down me fucking night porches.
Okay, love.
And make sure the eggnog is very fucking viscous. I don't want any of that cheap runny muck, you fucking sheep-faced shit.
So, you know, there you go, really. Lesson for everyone there, you know, not to take what doesn't actually belong to you, you know. Anyway, fast forward, Bob, and it's the middle of the day, and I'm sat on quite a low wall opposite the chemist eating a chicken wrap and having a good old stare about. I love chicken wraps, mate. I think it's like the lumpy chicken, really, what gets me loved up, you know. So, what can I say around me? I can see quite a few Cadbury's celebration wrappers by me feet. That's very nice. It hints at good times. On the grass verge, I can see a thin, like browny yellow mushroom. So it's obviously seen better days. There's a poster on a bus stop about the local panto. It's Peter Pan it is, and it stars Dick and Dom. I hope Dom isn't upset, like, you know. Hope he isn't stuck at home worrying about stuff, you know. Anyway, Bob, I've got my little joke book out with me, so I'll just do a couple of jokes, you know, before I go. So here goes, and hope you like them, you know. I see eggs are going up again. That will surprise a few chickens. I had the snip, you know, vasectomy, like, because I didn't want any kids. But when I got home, they were still there. I was in the cemetery, right, and saw a bloke get up from behind the gravestone. Morning, I said, no, I'm just having a shit, mate. So, that's all really, Bob, so. One Peter Beardsley, there's only one Peter Beardsley. See you, Bob.
Well, Peter there, out and about opposite the chemist.
Nice to catch up with him. Hey, that pantomime with Dick and Dom in.
Yeah.
My son's in that.
You kidding me,
My son is one of the Lost Boys in Peter Pan this Christmas at the Sunderland Empire.
Have you seen him rehearsing it? Or?
He hasn't started rehearsing yet. He's got a very, very tough schedule, both rehearsal and...
Has he got speaking part?
I don't think he has. He just like runs about a bit.
It's a start though, isn't it?
Lost Boys, but 2 shows a day, hard work.
Oh well, it'd be good for him that though,
for a little young'un. I've negotiated a good deal as well, so we're all doing very nicely out of it.
What, you getting dippers?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Professor Brian Cox from TV and from outer space, and I've got another fantastic space fact for you all. Did you know that if you captured all of the stars in our solar system and gathered them all together in some kind of incredible space net, the net you would need would have to be spun from the silk of enough spiders that if you packed them nose to tail, they would form an 8-lane motorway from Knutsford Services all the way to the capital of Venus and back again 5 times. Now that, I tell you, is a fact. Any of you lot fancy proving me wrong? No, thought not. TTFN, dickheads. Brian Cox there.
I like that.
He
He's got a little bit of a Geordie twang these days, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yeah, a little bit.
You reckon he's been hanging around in Sunderland?
Maybe he has.
He might be back again another time, or he might not. We'll see.
Hey, Andrew, I forgot to tell you. When I came in here to TalkSport today, we're at TalkSport, by the way.
Thanks, TalkSport.
Roy Hodgson is here.
Oh, is he?
Wife, you know what he grabs me? His wife is a big fan of shooting stars.
All right.
And he said he'd pop in.
Okay.
If he got a chance. So he might pop in.
Roy
Said
Hodgson
he
might
could
come
pop
in
in
and
for
say
2
us.
minutes.
That'll be good.
Would you like to hear a fishing story, or would you like to hear from Barry Homeowner? What are you feeling like?
Ooh, Barry Homeowner, I think.
Right, I'll do a fishing story then.
Oh, all right then.
Right, because it's quite an interesting story. Out of all this filming, we've got one decent little story, and I thought I'd give it exclusively to ATHLETICO.
Well, thank you, Bob. Appreciate that.
So we're fishing on this reservoir in Cornwall for a fish called a perch. Do you know the perch?
I've heard of the perch.
Nice name for a fish, isn't it, Andrew?
It's lovely.
And it's like a predator fish with sharp teeth, and it's got this fin on the dorsal fin, it's called,
Right.
with bony, sharp, quite a dangerous bit of kit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're using our bait with worms, and the film crew hadn't arrived. We always get there first, set up our fishing and that, so we're just having a nice bit of fishing time. So we're watching our rods, waiting for a bite. There's a little fishing up behind us, and we've got a Cala gas cooker, right? Which we could use later on, because we always have. Do you know that soup I mentioned? That Swedish soup.
Yeah.
I did mention.
Yeah. Some months ago. Yeah.
That made you feel dreary mentioning that soup, didn't it?
Yeah.
So
it has again.
Yeah. After about an hour, Paul catches Paul Whitehouse.
Oh,
catches
sorry.
A really perch that big, real specimen. If you're interested in,
Did it have all the kit on it?
all the fins, all the
rig.
teeth, and all that. After about an hour, Paul catches this lovely perch, right? So we put it in the keep net so that we can get a shot of it when the camera arrives, right? Now, just as we're doing that, it's not really right to keep a fish in a keep net. The bailiff arrives, right? And this might seem a dull story, but the thing is...
No,
Yeah, he's a bit of a jobsworth, right? And he wants to check our bait, because you're not allowed to fish with maggots and stuff. He wants to check our hooks to make sure they've not got a barb on them, because we use like barbless hooks. And then he asks to see our fishing licenses. Right. So, but Andy, the thing is if we're caught fishing without a licence, with it being BBC,
yeah,
you're being big shit, right?
We got TV licence, haven't you? So does that not count?
No, honestly, they'd make a meal of it. So Paul's got his licence, typical Paul, got his licence. I have no idea whether I've got one or not. I presume that the production company...
Do you just not say you're his helper or something and you're not actually fishing? You're just his mate who's just coming along?
No, it's one of those what they call strict liability things. Shows your licence.
Right.
Oh, that's it.
Or lock you up.
Or lock you up. But I presumed that the production company would just have sorted it out, right? So he can't. He's got a little gizmo. It's a bit bigger than a phone, and he can check whether you put your details in, and he can check whether you've got a licence. But it won't work because we're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
That's stupid.
Well, and he can't get a signal. But Paul has got something. Have you heard of these called the hotspot in his car? It's a nice,
like a Wi-Fi thing.
Yeah, it's a nice name for something to have in your
I've
car,
got one of them.
You got a hotspot?
Like a dongle.
I don't know what it refers to.
I'll get it at my bag if you want to have a look at it.
So he goes to the Carter phone production to see hoping that I've got a licence. So I'm just stood with this fucking bloke when suddenly he picks up the gas canister and fucking smacks me over the head. I said, "Ow!" I said, "That really hurt. That was really tart." He said, "You're a fucking tart. Now take your strides off and feed that perch into your anus backwards." Oh. I should have said he's South African.
No, I didn't. You mentioned, did you?
Well, I hesitate a little bit, so he cracks me over the head again. Bang! So what am I meant to do, Andy?
Do it. Put it in.
So I take my pants off, I bend over, and I start to feed the perch his face into myself, yeah? He says, "Put it in backwards, you fat prick! I want the dorsal fin to rip into your rectal tissue!" I say, "I know I won't do it, I just won't do it." So he lights the gas canister, our oven thing, and starts heating the blade of a metal spatula thing, yeah? He says, "Your choice, bro! Backwards perch or hot spatula!" says, but that spatula will be over 300 degrees. That would cook my shit pipe to Peterborough and back. I won't do it. I just won't do it. Then he think of this, Andy. Then he pulls a kitten out of his out of his bailiff's bag. He says,
Do it, or I'll repeatedly bang this kitten's face against the architrave around the fishing hut door.
well, I can't have that happen, Andy. I love cats.
No, I know you
So
do,
I
Bob.
slowly insert the perch backwards. Now I'm just about to bridge the dorsal fin part of it when I hear him say,
Get back in your fucking vehicle, you skinny prick!
and I look up, he's hit in the head with a car fire extinguisher.
Oh my God.
Thrown by Paul. So I thank Paul. We clean off the perch, and put it back in the net. I says, Paul, how he knew there was trouble, with this fella.
Yeah.
And he said there were some posters up there in the car park.
Right.
So that's why he's brought the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
He comes round anyway. I said, look, we know you're not a bailiff, mate. What do you do? He says, I work for a small engineering company in Python.
And do you know what the irony is here?
I says, no, I don't.
We manufacture the brass couplings for that very model of portable fire extinguisher. Really, you couldn't make it up.
We all laugh and part on reasonably good terms.
That's good.
Yeah, so
That ended well. I'm pleased.
thank you. Did I in any way manage to disguise the fact that that was a South African story?
I knew it was coming.
Ah, you fucker. Oh, hey,
What?
he's right.
Oh God, here he is.
Yeah, I guess that also.
All right, bring him in.
Hello, Roy. Oh, thank you, that's brilliant. No, yeah, just 2 minutes. Well, hello, Roy, thank you for popping in to talk to us.
No worries. I'm very fucking happy to be here.
So, Crystal Palace, Roy, the season hasn't really taken off yet?
Sorry, Robert, but I don't want to talk football. It bores me stiff these days. Everything that needs saying has been said.
Fair enough. So, what would you like to talk about, Roy?
Warhammer.
Sorry?
Warhammer.
Warhammer,
Warhammer.
what, the board game?
It's not a board game. It can be played on any appropriate surface. 6 foot by 4 foot tabletop, for example.
So, that's like a hobby of yours, is it? So, who do you play with?
Christian Benteke. He's a daft lad, so he generally plays as an orc or goblin. Andrew Townsend fancies himself a bit. Usually plays as a wood elf or fucking halfling. And Jake Humphries from the F1 and BT Sport. He likes to play as a lizard man.
Alright, so who won the last game you played?
Fucking Benteke. He played as a Chaos Warrior and he nobbled me using a Skaven spell of Plague and Ruin. Like a daft cunt, I played as a Tomb King with an army of nomads. And our ice shields were all shot to shit.
Of course, Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Yeah, Warhammer. It's all about tactics, isn't it, with a little bit of luck thrown in. So does that help you with your coaching?
No, I'm afraid he doesn't know.
So, alright, well, so there's a lot of different personalities in Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Yeah. Does that help you understand the different personalities in the dressing room?
No, not at all.
Right, do you actually like football?
No, I fucking don't. Sorry, Robert, I've got to get to Games Workshop to buy some orcs. I'm going to take on Benteke in his own fucking game. It's been a pleasure, it really has.
And what's the game called?
Warhammer.
Sorry, what was that?
Warhammer.
Thank you for coming in, Roy. Thank you. There he goes. He's nice, Roy, isn't he?
He's a lovely fella, a bit angry.
I've had an update from Barry O'Mona.
Oh, yeah, well, like you mentioned earlier. Yeah.
Hey, Andy, did you watch the DuPont Storyville chemical poisoning of America?
No. Oh, was that the other night?
I just wanted to give a quick
Was it good?
telerecommendation. Well, can I give you this extraordinary fact from it?
Please
that
do.
might entice you to do it. In order for DuPont to find out whether they were affecting human beings, right, they needed a sample of blood that wasn't infected with what's called C3. It's the chemical in Teflon, yeah?
Right, yeah.
So they tried America, and then they tried young people in America.
Right.
Then they tried the Far East.
Right.
Then they tried Russia and Alaska.
Yeah.
They could not find a sample of blood in the whole of Earth that wasn't infected with this C3. They eventually did find a pure sample, a sample of blood without C3 in it. This
Yeah.
is the chemical. And it was some that I assume it's frozen or whatever. Some from some American soldiers that they'd given before they went off for the Korean War.
Jesus. So everyone's got this in them.
Oh, Andy, it's a big deal, yeah, because you know what it causes?
What?
Cancer.
Fuck.
So everyone was, it's whoa.
They should have gone to that. Did you see that tribe in the news the other day? There's
No.
this tribe that's been completely isolated from the rest of the world, and
They're called Macums, yeah.
whatever. And some fucking smart ass explorer American tried to get
Yeah.
onto their island and go and explore and all this sort of thing, and they just fired a load of arrows into him, killed the cunt. Because why not? But this tribe, they're specially sealed off because they don't have any immunisation against stuff like flu or any diseases or anything, so they won't have any of that stuff in them.
Well,
But if you go and try and ask them if they'll give you a blood sample, they'll just fire a load of arrows into you.
Yeah.
So
you'd have to kill them. to get them.
lose, probably, yeah.
And just whilst we're on TV, have you watched anything decent, Andy?
Have you seen? Well, I don't know if it's decent or not. I think it's quite indecent. I've come across this thing on the History Channel called Forged in Fire.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? It's like British Bake Off, but with swords.
Well, I'll be watching.
It's quite interesting because you've got they're all virgins pretty much. They're just interested in making swords. They probably get the Warhammer as well.
Yeah.
So they make swords and blades and handles and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're bladesmiths. That's what.
Right.
And it's a contest to make the best sword. But then it kind of goes on later, and they test out their swords on like fake animal carcasses and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they have like fake blood spurting across
It's
the
a bit
place.
like Deadliest Weapon used to do that, yeah.
Is that they might be the same thing, but it's called Forged in Fire.
All right, well, I'll just too quickly, because it's probably dull, but everyone knows Man vs. Food, and after a while it got a little bit dull, right? Well, unbeknownst to us, it's now got a new presenter,
Right.
and he is
McMuff.
superb. So I honestly check it. What a face! He's got his face is a gift from the comedy gods. It's extraordinary. It's certainly worth it. Try an episode of that. And I know everyone knows this, but the new Making a Murderer is good.
I haven't getting into it yet.
It's really good.
Okay.
There's a sort of Dracula-style female lawyer that takes over the whole show.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, well, anyway, Barry Olmon has been in touch.
Okay.
He's given us an update. Yup. Hi, Barry Olmon here. Just a quick update on my incredible life and supporting infrastructure. So recently I've been full-on forensic with my kitchen island shine and buff routine. So it's 4 foot by 3 foot epic slab of white marble effect coriander. First I strip off down to my Tommy hips, under kegs. They hug my butt like a couple of spuds in a condom. Yeah. Then I put on a pair of white slippers that I half-inched from the Hotel de Va. Yeah, the Hotel de Va in Bristol. I was there for a regional sales conference. I networked like a fucking athlete who just happens to be a business bastard. Bumped into Sue Preston from Guildford, popped a banana in her handbag and gave her a wink. Didn't come to anything. Should have probably left my door open. Yeah. Anyway, next I climb onto the island using my fold-away multi-step height-adjusting miracle gadget and remove all dust with a microfiber cloth wrapped around the slippers. It attracts dust like I attract opportunities and leads. Next up, I drop a moisture bomb on the slab. It's an egg-sized lump of number 7 Protect and Perfect Intense and Advanced Moisturizing Cream. It's the total shit and could bring life back to an axe handle that's been abandoned in a Greek mountain donkey shelter. What I'm saying is that it penetrates deeper than a hung butcher. Then I take a break-a-rooney and enjoy a camper choo-choo from my George Clooney-endorsed coffee unit. It's barista quality without all the tom-tittery and fuck-aboutness. Extra shot, 2 sucras and a pixie pinch of cinnamon dust. Then it's time for the buff. I slip off the Tommy hips, quick sniff to check for tarnish, and tie a king-size soft-conditioned bath towel into a nappy. back up the multi-steps and I ride that slab like a power drill in hammer mode. Might seem like a lot of trouble to go to for a kitchen slab, but I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, once I dismount, the sheen is as spectacular as the torque on my Audi TT. I just sit back in my Roadman trackie, sip on a Campuchuchu, and wait for my business phone to start chirping like a sparrow in a fat ball factory. So, that's my update, Bob. See ya! Well, thanks, Barry. I know it was worth it.
God, that made me feel a bit sick.
Wait, what made you feel
he's
sick?
just had all of it.
You don't like him?
No.
Oh, I don't think he means. I think he means alright, doesn't he?
The stuff with the banana felt wrong.
Yeah, well, no, I see where it's come. So he popped a banana in her handbag and gave her a wink.
Yeah.
You know, is that any more disgusting than people flicking through this Tinder thing? Or
It's different.
it is different.
Did you have his number written on the banana or anything, or some kind of...
I think he might have had his
Sexual
intentions,
challenge.
written on it.
Oh, Robert, the guru is here again. The guru is new. Be calm now. Fucking chill out, man. How is your personal equilibrium today, Robert? How are your shoplifting urges? Any to speak of right now?
No, I feel reasonably calm.
I noticed you wearing your big coat with the deep pockets in it. Have you been off on the rob before you came here today?
No, I don't do going to rob.
Are you sure?
I'm sure, I promise. No.
What did you get? Razor blades from the steak?
No, I used to nick bacon.
I've heard that Duracell batteries are very profitable items on the black market at the moment. Just saying, no thanks.
Oh, okay, go.
Have you been on the dark web yet, Robert?
No, I don't know how you get on the dark.
That's worth a look. All the proper money used to be made online. Now most of the pubs are closed down. You can't flog stuff face to face anymore. So I've heard. And a lot of the pubs that are still open have gone legit. And licensees don't turn a blind eye like they used to. It's very sad, changing times.
You doesn't seem very spiritual.
Fucking gastro pubs. How are your water works, man?
Oh, not great.
Any significant night leaks to speak of?
Yeah, one or two.
Yeah. Do you find yourself feeling the urge to pull over when you're touching 70 on the dual carriageway?
Yeah, the urge has crossed the...
Waterworks emergency because of the adrenaline?
I suppose.
Yeah, either behind a bush or in plain sight, motorists.
No, I would never do it in plain sight.
No offence, but... Well, thank you for your frank and honest contributions, Robert. I wish you the very best of luck with your thieving and staying dry during your high-speed motoring. And goodbye for now.
Thank you, Guru. As always, you've been a great help. Thank you.
Yeah, goodbye.
Right, so I've got a little Scottish tale to tell you. I haven't done one for a while because I think they're probably illegal. But whatever, you know, these are strange times we live in. Maybe I'll get away with it.
Okay.
James Murray was just 6 years... Scottish accent. James Murray.
Forgot how to do it.
James Murray was just 6 years old when his mother died of oat fever. It was a slow, painful death, and at the moment of passing, her face took on the appearance of an abandoned dishcloth. 30 other women died or turned towards the daft that year due to a blighted oat crop. Young James swore at that moment that he would grow a small crop of healthy oats each year and roll them ready for any future outbreak of oat fever. Fast forward 10 years, and the teenage James was thinking less of oat crops and more of life as it could be on the mainland. He saw himself at Hotel Chocolate, jokingly asking for a room for the night. Then into French Connection, where he would inquire when the next train left for Lille. Then into Clinton Cards, to ask for a card featuring both Hillary and Bill. Then on to Gap, to insist that they sold him some polyfiller. Then Miss Selfridge, where he would inquire whether the staff thought their boss would ever marry. Finally, River Island, to ask when the last ferry left for the mainland. Then he would rest a while in Costa Coffee, where on an adjacent seat would be a lassie fully protected in a bubble hat and mackintosh. She would lean over at her chosen time and ask,
Are you a laddie that's been causing hilarity in the high street with your joking and your hijinks? I may well be, he replies. Would you care to join me and be captivated by my wit? I would, I will. I have a bubbly personality myself and would like a slice of that with my beverage. At this point she would stand and remove her mackintosh in pursuit of comfort. She wore a tight sage green nylon polo neck neath her coat, immediately revealing that she had a spectacular amount of tut to spare. I see you carry plenty surplus tit around with your lassie. Does it near restrict you in your gaiety? Aye, somewhat, she replied, but its sheer expanse can come in handy as I wander Dundee. Lift up my top, and you'll see. Slowly James rolled up her top to reveal what seemed like a full acre of tut. But it was near the flesh to which he was drawn, but the writing upon it. For by using a David Beckham endorsed Sharpie pen, she had noted down every free Wi-Fi code in the area upon her tut. James applauded like a seal, and his personal pipe tapped gently against his student union card. But suddenly his reverie was interrupted by a loud bang on his bedroom door, and the arrival into his bedroom of the Laird himself. Hurry, boy, bring me your secret oats. We've been hit by oat blight in the castle, and my wives are turning toward the daft. Aye, master, I'll be away up the castle with haste. Just let me fetch a barrel from the cellar. The cellar, you say? That's all I needed to know. Kill him, Orkiel! And with that command into the room bounded the Laird's attack fox, Orkiel. But it was no Orkiel's jagged poison teeth that killed James. No, he died in an instant, on seeing that the fox had the face of Jorgen Klopp. The face of Jorgen Klopp! The face of Jorgen Klopp! Oh yeah!
See ya! Bye!